Hey guys, Tony with VentureTube here. It's been a while, hadn't it? I actually lost my YouTube channel for a while and I just got it back about 3 days ago. Super excited to be filming again, and I wanted to make a short video just showing you my Livescope transducer arm setup that I built myself. That's fairly simple. I made it out of stuff I already had, spare parts from old Hobies, and I'm just hoping maybe it'll inspire some of you guys to create your own type of transducer pole. From what I've seen out there on the market, they're quite expensive, and I feel like I kind of addressed the problems that I saw with what's out there. So I'm by myself today. I don't have a cameraman, so it may be somewhat difficult to get the right angles. Plus, it's a lot easier for me to deploy and stow this arm when I'm sitting in the kayak and it's not on the trailer. But I'm gonna do what I can and hope this helps you guys. Okay guys, so as you can see, this is the transducer arm right here. Don't mind the word hummingbird. I was running Mega Live. Now I'm running the Garmin system. This is the LVS34 Transducer. I'm using a EchoMap 126 SV Ultra graph. Yes, a 12-inch screen on a kayak. I also have a sun visor on it, so it looks like I have a flat screen on the kayak when I'm on the water. But anyway, not using hummingbird. Went to Garmin. And one issue I'd seen with a lot of other transducer arms is that they have a plate that mount to your kayak, a universal plate that can mount to a round rail or, you know, your gunnels or whatever, but it sticks out all the time. It's a permanent mount, and you lift your transducer arm up, you stick it in that slot. It does keep it vertical and you can pan around, but it sticks out all the time. Obviously with my kayak and trailer setup, I can't have anything sticking out past my kayak because it wouldn't fit on the trailer. The toolbox is in the way. So I wanted something that would lift up like this and be out of the way. And this system allows me to do that. With it being lifted also, the transducer is in a position where it's not going to get banged around. I don't have to put a cover over it. It clears the arm of the Hobie chair, as you can see, plenty of space here. And it's high enough that it clears the H-rail and the rudder control. So even if I'm bouncing around, it's not going to get hit and damaged. So if you look right here, you guys, if you're familiar with Hobies, you know this part. This is the rod holder attachment for the H-rail for your rod tubes for the Hobie PA14 and the PA12. I never use them. This one's pretty worn out actually. The bungees have broken. I've had it for a long time, but I repurposed it so it would support this transducer arm, as you can see. And I just take the bungee that's included and strap it in so it can't come out. Yeah, it's a little bit wobbly, but it does the trick. As far as what makes this system so great, another Hobie part, these are your universal flat H-rail attachments where you can mount whatever you want. Cell phone holders, GoPro cameras, you name it, Scotty mounts, Railblazer. It's just a universal flat mount for an H-rail, and there are 2 of them. And they're face to face. They're just backwards. I'll give you a shot here of the inside. I've just got a couple of screws, stainless steel Allen bolts, which I may add some more, but it's plenty enough stable to put these, sandwich these 2 together. That's this section. Now this piece right here, this is from an old trolling motor build that I did a long time ago. It's made for a trolling motor that fits on the side of your kayak, not off the rear or the stern. It's built to go on the side of the kayak. So I repurposed it, and it just so happens that the mounting shaft fits perfectly inside the Hobie mount. The rest is just PVC. This is PVC, and I have a PVC insert. Actually, the insert is not PVC, I'm sorry. The insert is an aluminum mop handle, and you can see there's the end of the mop handle there. You can see how it has the little corrugations there. This is the end of it, which is perfect because this added the thickness that was required to make this mount for the Garmin work. If I were just tried to mount this straight to the aluminum, this was too big. You would never be able to tighten it up. So it actually worked out perfect that I was mounting it right here on the end of this mop handle. I can tell you more if I can get the kayak in a position on the trailer where I can actually deploy it and you can see how it works. You guys stay with me. Okay guys, hopefully you can kind of see what's going on. I've moved the whole assembly forward so I can clear the toolbox here, so hopefully this works. And I do apologize for the kind of a cloudy recording, my phone got wet during fishing in the rain a few days ago. So I need to put it in a bag of rice. Anyway, let's see if I can get this thing deployed. So the first thing I do once I get on the water is I release this Hobie latch, which I already did because I slid this whole thing forward. I release this one, undo the bungee, I rotate this over, lock it in place, I unlock this, rotate this over. Again, guys, this is easier when I'm in the kayak and there's no toolbox in the way. I lock this in place and this sits here. So as you can see, the transducer sitting on the toolbox. Let me see if I can go a little more further forward. It's not quite gonna clear, is it? Well, this is what we'll do. Okay. So basically that right there is how it is on the water. Of course, it's closer to the seat, but this is how it's laying. This is tight, this is loose, this is mounted. The shaft is sitting right here in the first slide of the rod holder, and there you go. Let me give you an angle right here. Also, if I'm not using it, I can rotate this the other direction so I can get that handle from sticking out, and it's more that direction, okay? But what makes this so nice is the fact that once I want to deploy it, I lift up, it comes down. Do I have enough space? Yes, I do. Okay, it's basically hanging there vertically. I lock this down, and we're ready to pan. That's it. I'll give you another shot from this side. Now, what's wrong with this picture? It's not straight up and down. It's not square with the kayak. But we can fix that. We can lift this up, we can adjust it, lock that in, and now we're straight. Even though it kind of doesn't look that straight on camera, we're straight. So we're straight up and down this way, and we're straight up and down this way. With the flat platforms, you have no adjustment this way. You have zero adjustment. It has to slide in the plate. The shaft has to go directly in that plate. So if you got more weight in the back of your kayak, or maybe you have more weight in the front of your kayak probably doesn't sit perfectly level on the water surface. It probably sits a little like this. But if your transducer arm is square with the kayak, that means it's not straight up and down. With this solution, I can loosen this up and I can pitch whichever direction I would like to get it perfectly level, depending on conditions that day, depending on how I have my kayak loaded. And when I want to stow it, it's as easy as flipping this up, lifting up the arm, again doing this one-handed, and it rests right there. Super quick, super easy. I've seen some that are made with ram mounts. Ram mounts are great for certain applications. For this, I just want something that, for the most part, it gets me started on a square point. Ram balls have a lot of articulation. I don't want a lot of articulation with this. I want straight up and down, and I want plumb. This solves that issue for me, and it's very simple, guys. This is just PVC handle. Took some paracord and wrapped it just because, hey, I fish by myself a lot. It's always a good idea to have lots of rope on a watercraft in case you need to get towed or whatever the case may be. But it's a very, very simple design, but it works great. It's lightweight, it's nothing heavy, and it's modular, it's adjustable. So hopefully, guys, you've got a good look at this and you know how this works. It's not too bad to disconnect. If I wanted to remove the whole assembly, I can just unscrew this or slide this out. Either way, real simple. This comes off really quick, no tools required. I've had zero issues with it. My transducer is about 3 inches below the water surface with the length that I have. I may shorten the top some, but so far it's worked really, really well. And the material's cost next to nothing, and most of them I already had. If you were to purchase these, you know, any Hobie part can get a little expensive, but no more expensive than all of these transducer forward-facing sonar mounts. They get pretty ridiculous in my opinion. And again, I'll try to stow it. So the first thing I do, loosen up this. Let me come on this side, loosen this up, just open it up. Make sure this is open. I'm trying to do this without banging it on the toolbox. So that's straight vertical. Lock it in place. Rotate this over like so. It's not sitting exactly right because this handle's hitting here. And then loosen this guy up, rotate it up. Again, much easier when I'm in the kayak and have two hands. And there you go. Strap your bungee, lock all your Hobie clips, and there you go. She's ready to go down the highway at 70 miles an hour, no problem, and she's not getting banged around. Works really well. Now, some improvements, yeah, maybe a folding handle that goes down so it has a much lower profile. Something maybe a little bit better than this to keep it from wobbling. You know, that has a little flex to it. But really can't complain for what I got invested in it, guys. Wow, I just noticed my handle is falling apart. It's an old kayak. Well, as my phone heats up while it's recording, the lens just continues to get more foggy and more foggy. But again, hope this helped you out, guys. Glad to be back. Please send your prayers and blessings upon the channel. I could use them. I've had some comments saying, hey, Tony, when are you going to be back? So hopefully I'm back for a while now. And yeah, just really excited about it. If you guys have any questions about this or need me to go into more specific details, measurements, all that, and the whole 9 yards, you just leave me a question in the comments and I'll try to reply, or I'll just make another video altogether. Plan on making more videos like this, getting rigged up for the 2025 fishing season. Sounds weird to say 2025, but looking forward to getting back into fishing and filming. You guys take care. Thanks for watching. Remember, keep God in your heart and a rod in your hand. Come on.